everybody shows up, and we even got Brett Menier here. Nice to see you, Brett.
Thanks for pointing me out.
All right. Whether to resign isn't a decision I take lightly. I've thought long and hard about my past 22 months as the mayor. My wife, family, friends, and members of the general public have weighed in. I've been under fire prior to day one. Most all of my motions have been voted down, or worse, not even seconded, so that we could at least have a public discussion. All of my motions were intended to contribute to a safer community and more fiscally responsible City Hall. It's frustrating having to deal with allegation after allegation and then be muffled by council when I try to set the record straight with the truth.
Shameful.
Change
your mind, Reid. Change your mind.
It's frustrating.
You got a big following, buddy.
Council must go.
It's frustrating to be misrepresented by various media due to conflicting communication strategies set out by some in City Hall.
Hear, hear.
Yes.
And I've also been physically assaulted. I hope that our council will still work on safety and accountability and prosperity. These three aspects of a livable community have always been my goals, and I'm pledged to keep working on them.
That's the way to go.
I think Kamloops needs someone at City Hall who isn't satisfied with just saying it's the same all over, because it's not. Who isn't afraid to ask questions when City Hall administrators recommend purchases or other course of action.
Waste money.
Who wants the public to be involved in city decisions as much as possible.
Yes, not blocked out like
That don't happen now.
Some respected citizens of the community who have the same goals as I do, a safer, vibrant community and accountability, have expressed interest in running for council in the next municipal election if I seek another term as mayor.
Hear, hear. Yeah. You can do it.
Re-elect Reid.
They also wish to be more proactively hold City Hall accountable for efficient use of tax money and other public funds.
Say no.
No more lawyer fees.
They recognize the need for a forensic audit of all of our drug harm reduction facilities, shelters, supportive housing, including motels.
Start with health.
Hear, hear.
Let's go.
They also see the need to hold social service organizations and BC Housing accountable for past promises
Absolutely.
and future obligations to deal with the addictions and mental health. For these reasons and much consideration, I have decided that I must stay on as mayor and run. And run in the next municipal election.
Clean up council.
Thank you to all Kamloops residents who continue to tell me that my goals are their goals. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Worship. Thank you. Sorry about that, Brett.
Council must go. 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 Council must go.
And you gave me direction. You know what?
Crazy eight must go. They do.
But thanks for the help, man. You got a lot of support out there, Reid.
We'll be here to help you 100%.
Thank you.
You know that.
Thank you very much.
You bet, Ken. Anything we can do,
Can
we're
you
there.
just step up for the scrums?
Stay the mic.
What does this mean now as far as what you plan to do?
Edit it too much. I think it means a lot. You know, I've been handcuffed since day one. You know, since the social agency sent an email to the CAO saying that I was defaming. I've been handcuffed since day one, and I think that I think a lot of people that you know, there might be a lot of people that might want to look at you know, people that have been maybe breaching their fiduciary duty, or people that have been doing things that are unethical and things like that. You know, they might want to, and I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but they might want to look at early retirement or resignation.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because we're not going to
There's
stop.
speculation that if you were to step down and a by-election would be forced, that people would want a referendum on the bill Kamloops. Could you consider that might be an option?
Well, I still believe, from new information, I still might call Section 131 for reconsideration, because I still think we need a referendum. I also think that we need to, I mean, we've needed ice. I was on the board of minor hockey in 2009, and we needed ice. I cannot believe that we do not have conceptual design, and you know, we could get a lot of, if we have more projects and we get a lot more federal and provincial money, we need the federal government and the provincial government to step up. And if we have conceptual design for ice rinks, for pools, for curling, if we've got a package to present, we could maybe we can get $275 million in grant funding. So why we don't? I think we need to send the select committee back to the drawing board, and we need to and again, we need to be. Let's open up to the public. I mean, what's with all these closed meetings? I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
when I ran my campaign, I wanted to have less closed meetings, and now they've created more, and now they're creating closed meetings in select committees so that I can't go. Like,
That's right.
so members of the public can go to these
If
closed
you're not a
meetings, but I
member
can't.
of the committee, then
They're
why would you be able to?
But why don't
vote?
they allow them?
Because I'm the mayor.
So you're not a member of the committee, but you.
You know what, Brett? I'm the mayor. I know you don't understand that, but I'm the mayor. But thanks.
And he can
So if
go.
you were
At what
so-
point
No,
and for
and
how long
council
did you
has
actually
the public
consider
believing
resigning?
that they're acting within legal parameters,
You know,
and
it's
they're
back
not.
and forth. You know, it's back and forth. You know, I've never really, I guess I never really considered it. You know, and then with the support of the emails and texts and all that stuff that I've got, it's been really good. Yeah.
Okay, so why
Would you
did you
try to
tell
get
us
on
all
the
that you
committee
were
next,
considering resigning when you had us all
It
come
was
up to
actually,
this press
I
conference?
don't know, it was two parts.
Okay.
Right? What did it say?
Resignation / consideration is what you said to me.
That's right. He considered not to do it.
Why did you
Even though he's
favor
been
the
trying to be bullied and
AE
pushed into that
process
same
if
exact
you had concerns
day one.
Well, I guess I didn't, you know, I didn't, you know, again, there's new information that I've got from public that a lot of people are upset about it. So, you know, and I guess, you know, it's okay to change your mind, isn't it, when you learn new information?
But isn't it true that the mayor should be on every committee and every board that belongs to this city?
Yeah, that's what I was told from the beginning.
That
In fact,
is
the
what is
CEO
in the
Yeah, the
bylaws.
CEO told me that I could go to any.
He doesn't need to join. He should just go.
No, I wouldn't, because I've actually sat in on them a lot. And you know what they've done is they've, you know, again, the Performing Arts Center has been a shovel-ready project for a long time. And what they've done is they've moved, you know, when I was having standing committees, they were using terms like my drinking buddies and everybody on that committee. Well, you know, it's kind of funny that people that ran for mayor last term, campaign managers and stuff, are on the working groups. And I really believe that, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say I wouldn't, because I think a select committee should be maybe a couple of councilors, and then a lot of public that are involved. Things they should be involved,
in the community charter.
not just you know, financial supporters of other council members and people that ran for mayor and were successful, their campaign managers.
So you're saying that they've stacked the committee that way?
Well, you should know that, Brett, but you don't. But maybe have a look at it.
I believe they did.
Sure they did.
Oh yeah, you know, for
Absolutely.
sure. It's, if you look at, all you got to do is look on the Elections BC website. They've got their financial supporters and things like that. I think you know that.
Oh yeah, all the information's there if you look, people. It's all
That's
there.
right.
It's all there.
You said that you pledged to keep working on your goals. So one of them, you've said many times, to keep a safer community. What are the next steps you're going to take, still as one member of council, to get those done?
He's
what's your
not
next
one
plan?
member.
Well,
We're all
I
remember.
actually, you know, it's kind of funny because I've got more, I think, done outside of council. You know, like when I picked up the phone and called the Interior Health, and sorry, Brett, kind of interrupted here. You know, I picked up the phone and called the CEO of Interior Health to get complex care beds going, and I didn't present that in front of council. They were on the shelf for 18 months. You know, when we had the firefighters, the aerial firefighters, we had them up here in Knutsford, right? And I made decisions to get them back so that they're 5 minutes in their planes. And when I made the decision, right after I made that decision, and one guy dropped his RV off, they went to Code Red to fight a fire in Peachland last year at the beginning of the fire season, to fight a fire in Peachland. And one guy was 5 minutes in his plane, and the others were 47 minutes. So there's a lot of things I can continue to do. I mean, everybody, matter of fact, Brett Menier had a picture of the council down at the UBC at the convention with all the councillors of Ravi Callan. Well, I was at the UBCM, and I do have a picture of Ravi Callan on myself. And I talked to Ravi Callan about doing an audit of these facilities. So I do a lot of work. I can do a lot of stuff without, you know, putting a motion forward to council to maybe cut out $22,000 worth of meals on council day. Come on, bring your own lunch.
Did you think about maybe stepping down, calling a by-election, and running again for mayor just to show that you have support?
I was, but I don't think that any of these councillors. I mean, you got to understand, we've got 100,000 people. And these councillors are pretty entrenched now. I mean, they've got, you know, half of them have immediate family members that work for the city, and they're not low-paying jobs. These are $80,000 jobs. So, you know, they're in there. You know, so I don't think that they're. If I said I was going to resign, ask them to resign, it'd be like, you know, asking for 15 outreach workers on the street, 24 hours a day, paid for by the government.
But if you resigned, do you think there would have been some members on council that would have run for mayor, forcing a by-election for those empty spots?
Could have got more supporters.
Yeah, but that only would have been 2 of them, right?
He's not a quitter.
I mean, there was
He's a
4
warrior.
last time, so.
And we love them.
Where does this sit with all of your legal actions and everything? Are you still having to sell property in order to pay for your fees, your bills?
Well, I'm still got legal bills, and you know, I love Kamloops, and you know, I've grown up at Kamloops, made a good living at Kamloops, sponsored every organization, sports organizations, and if I've got to donate some money back to the city in legal fees, well, then that's what I'll do. And I really think that this is going to make people think a little bit more, because you know, just because somebody else, not me, called somebody else attractive, the taxpayers shouldn't be paying for legal bills for that. Like, you know, like, come on. And I think it might lessen the code of conduct complaints. I've got a couple lawsuits that I think are going to be very important, and a lot of people will be either come willing to testify on the witness stand or be subpoenaed. So I think it might lessen it.
Can you comment on any claims that your lawyer has gone to the city to collect legal bills because you are owing him?
Oh yeah, for sure. On the code of conduct complaints, for sure. Because it says there's been a lot dismissed, so it says when you have frivolous complaints, right in the code of conduct, it says that you should be able to get some money back. And it also says that the people laying the complaint, if it's being employed, could be dismissed and it could be action. So, you know, it's not just a political tool. It has to be, you know, you got to carry it through. You don't just back off and say, oh, we dismissed it because we feared the mayor was going to retaliate. Well, retaliate? Somebody tells me I'm grabbing somebody by the butt or I'm groping people, okay, that's called accountability. If you want to say that, you better be accountable, you better know what you're talking about. So just dismissing it because retaliation, they've changed the word retaliation and got it mixed up with accountability, I feel.
Well, as soon as there's an accusation, you're put on the defensive. What position would you
That's right, yeah.
You said you were physically assaulted. What was that all about?
You know what, there's a police investigation going right now, so I just don't want to talk about it.
Well, you mentioned it. Is there anything that you can say? When was it? Was it somebody on council?
He said no. He said no.
He said no.
He said no, bud. He said there's a police investigation on right now, so I don't want to talk about it.
Can you talk about when this happened?
Yeah, it happened in June.
This year.
Yeah.
Question right here. Would you come out and please do more as the mayor of the city of Kamloops of the public speaking?
You make a better door than a window.
Well, you know, it's quite amazing.
Stand back,
I was just talking to Mel Rothenberg. Hey, Brett, could you just back up a little? There's people trying to through here.
Oh, no, he doesn't want to because we thank you.
Brett, could you please move? This is Brett Manier from Radio NL, okay? The reason he showed up is because he heard the word resignation, so here he is. So,
Now it's
sorry, Brett. But yeah, if you could let other people in here, thanks. This is a beautiful city, Brett. This is a beautiful city. We're going to keep it that way, okay?
And take pictures.
Sorry.
He's not going to move.
You called a news conference, so the news
Yeah,
could
but
be
not
here.
for you, Brett, okay? I couldn't believe you showed up, Brett. You're bad for this community. You're bad.
Either, Brett. Yeah.
Anyway, Brett, could you please, everybody wants you to leave, so why don't you just leave?
Yeah. Brett, go home! Brett, go home!
Green.
Brett, go home!
Are you
Brett, go home!
from
Brett, go home!
Are you
Brett, go home!
No, but I'd ask him to just step back a bit because there are a lot of other journalists and people that are trying to get him. And he's a very negative person in our community. He's got nothing to say nice. He's very negative. This is not the United States. This is Kamloops, BC. We have a beautiful community. And Brett Manier does nothing but have negative stuff and try to create conflict. So if he could just step back a little bit, because he's right here. Like,
Can you step back?
you know, so just be fair. Be fair, Brett. Be fair with him.
No manners. Still in the way.
Okay, is that good? We're good? Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate it.